Do you know why we teach blending word families? Is it just to fill time? Is it just to teach rhyming? Well, it's more than that. And if you want to know why teach blending word families is so important, keep watching. Do you ever wonder why we spend so much time in the online classroom breaking word families? Is it just to fill up time? Is it just to teach rhyming? Yes, it is a good strategy and it can teach rhyme, but it is a lot more important than that. In my job as a reading recovery teacher, we work with students daily on breaking words. We do not call them necessarily word families, but parts. We want them to be looking for parts of words. We will give them CVC words and ask them to break them apart. In the following video, you will see one of my students who is working with the at part as he breaks apart words. Break this word into two parts. What's the first part? What's the second part? At. And when I put it together, what is the word?
Sat.
Good. Okay. Now let's break this word into two parts.
At.
When I put it together.
Hat.
Good. Okay, now let's break this word into two parts.
At.
And when I put it together.
Pat.
Good. Okay. After they have been able to do that, we will then give them a longer word with the same part in it and show them how then that they can use that same knowledge from the CVC word to carry over into breaking a longer part. So here's that same student doing the at part with a longer word. Or what is this part right here that I know? And you said sp. So do you think I should put these two letters together? Okay, so what do those say? Sp. What is this part?
A.
Okay, what is it together right here, like we did right here with these?
At.
Oh, so maybe I need to move this part over here. What would this say? Spl.
Lash.
Oh, wait, what was this part? Spl.
At.
Spl.
At.
Good. When I put it together, what is it?
Splat.
Oh, what is it?
Splat.
Now do a slow finger check. Splat. The goal of this is to get the student to use that part to break words during their reading when they come into contact with a word that they may not know, but they know the part. In the following video, the student is struggling with the word that. I am able to take out magnetic letters, show it to him, have him break it apart. He correctly gets it, and then we link it back into his reading. So we're also showing them not to only do it in isolation, but how to then use it while they're reading. Look at this word right here.
Okay.
Can you break that word into two parts? Okay, very good. So what is that first part? T. Okay, but is it just t, or do they have to go together? Now what's this part?
At.
Okay, so
At.
and when you put it together, what is that word?
That.
That. So can we read that now in that?
That.
You have noticed in level 2, the readers that the students are asked to read are based on the word families that they have been working on in that lesson. I have many students who can fly past the phonics section and do a wonderful job, but when we get to the reader, tell me they cannot read it. So what I have started doing is I will circle a word, I will write it on a dry erase board, and then I will show the word to the student. I personally do not think that any of my students have ever recognized the connection in the two parts. So what I have been doing is I will read until I get to one of the words that has that word family in it. Then I will ask the student this word. If they do not read it, do not try, or tell me they cannot read it, I will then write that word on a dry erase board. Most of the time, they're able to tell me that word. Then I go back and I circle the word in the story, point to the word on the dry erase board, and mind blown. How do your students handle these readers? Do they realize that the readers and the phonics are the same? I'd like to know. Drop me a comment below. I have started reading up to the word that has the word family in it. Then I will stop, circle that word, and ask the student to say the word. If they do not say it, I once again write it on the dry erase board. Once the students realize that these words are words that they can read, I will go through and I will circle all of those words before we start reading. I will read as I underline the words, and if you have not checked out my video about why it is important to underline, I will put the link to that video right here. And then as I get to that circled word, I will stop and have the student read it. And I do this if they don't know the rest of the words in the sentence, because they may not know all those words yet. So word families play a much bigger important role in reading than just in rhyming. I have mentored many classroom teachers who have never made the connection, and they teach daily in a classroom. So I hope this video helps shed some light on why word families are really very important, and why it's not something that we should just hurry through because we don't have time. It is an important factor of each and every lesson. I would love to know how you're going to be able to use this in your classroom. Drop me a comment below and let me know. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.